What's wrong with that side of the room?
We're all left wingers here.
Liverpool have runs on the left.
You know how it is from my side. It looks, the right wing is pretty full, sorry.
I'm playing as a deep line centre.
Yeah, I know.
Benny.
Ah, you didn't mean it politically.
Stitch yourself.
Sorry. You really spoke about football. I didn't get that in this room. I'm not used to
I
that.
didn't mean politically, but we'll leave that for another day.
Yeah, okay.
Jürgen, can we start with
Of
Mo
course.
Salah? Is it still the case that there's not been an offer
Yeah.
from Saudi Arabia for Mo? And if an offer were to come in around £100 million mark, which is the figure being talked about, obviously Mo is 31 with 2 years on his contract. What kind of decision would you and the club be facing, weighing up the business side against the football side?
So, but I really, it's always a bit difficult to talk about media stories. So because there's nothing to talk about from our point of view. We don't have an offer. Mo Salah is a Liverpool player. Obviously, for all the things we do, essential will be. So, yeah, there's nothing there. If there would be something, the answer would be no. But that's it, pretty much.
So he's not for sale, but are there any concerns? What concerns do you have that, given the speculation, given the...
No, I don't. No, my life philosophy, or one part of my life, is I think about a problem when I have it. That's enough time then, because there is absolutely nothing in the moment. So when if there's something coming up that I don't think or I don't know, yeah, then I can think about that. But I said already, it's if there would be something, it would be a no.
And in Mo, you still see your players fully committed to Liverpool Football Club?
100%.
Coincidentally, you play a team backed by Saudi investment this weekend as well. In Newcastle, they've obviously been able to shake things up in terms of the race for the top four. What opportunity do you see this weekend to lay down a marker once again in terms of your own ambitions for this season?
Wow, what a turnaround in the question. So, it's an away game at Newcastle. Newcastle is an incredibly strong team, qualified for the Champions League, fully deserved. Super development under Eddie Howe, I have to say. Smart business. Don't want to miss anybody, but probably the two stand out in this window. Tonali and Barnes, really good, really good business. Super intense style. Massive atmosphere there. So this is a tough one. Played a really good first game where Aston Villa was really good as well, to be honest. In the end, the result didn't reflect probably the full game, but in the end, how they used their counter-attacks and stuff like this was absolutely exceptional. So the speed they have is really good. To Newcastle, since last year at least, they don't concede a lot, but score. So yeah, that's a proper game, and we tried since Sunday night to make sure that we are ready for it, and that's it.
And just checking on team news, Trent, Thiago, Curtis, how are they?
Trent, yes. Thiago from Monday on. Curtis from Monday on. And Ibu is a doubt. So, yeah, playing 40 minutes with 10 men didn't help. Let me say it like that. But that's a situation. So that's that. Yeah, no, rest should be available.
Good news from Alexis.
Yeah, very good news.
Is it?
You forgot that.
I was just going to add it.
You work longer together. Sorry?
Relief was it to
Massive, massive. I was not sure after the game, so when I saw the pictures back, and I was pretty sure that it's not a red card, but that doesn't mean then immediately that it will, that our appeal will be successful. I think we could make the point really clear, and the pictures were pretty clear as well. We don't have that a lot of times that pretty much everybody agrees on this is not a red card and should not be a red card. It's a bit of a early in the season, bit of a message as well. So yes, harsh tackles and stuff like this should always be punished. I'm absolutely I support that 100%. But it was not a harsh tackle. It was just a touch in a situation. So. And I said it was for us on a day already tough enough to play then in the circumstances around about 40 minutes with 10 men. We were obviously not prepared for that, but we scored the third goal, which was very helpful, and then we had to fight through it. And so, no, but it was a massive relief when I heard it's overturned.
Not sure if you're aware, but you've beaten Eddie Howe as a manager more times than any other manager in the Premier League. It's 11 times. Is there anything in the way that he sets his teams up or the way he plays that you think particularly brings out the best in your teams?
I remember, unfortunately, in this case now, a defeat at Bournemouth. Around Christmas, I think, was it? Not sure. No, there's nothing. Eddie is a super coach, super manager. My first home game was against Bournemouth in the cup, in the League Cup. 1-0, Nathaniel Klein. If I'm right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So a rare occasion. Klein scored, and we had a massively changed team on that day. But no, I can explain that. Obviously, well, for sure, a few times on the lucky side of it. But yeah, that's it.
Mike?
Jürgen, it's not easy to sign one day for a team and come in and play the next day. I don't think Wataru was maybe expecting to play the amount of time he played last week. But how impressed were you with his contribution? I think when he came on, he won a tackle within about 10 seconds and really contributed well. Now he's had a week in training, and you get the feeling he can add a lot more balance to the team, to midfield.
Yeah, it's still early days, but yes, you're right. It will come on top of that after 1.5 days, pretty much half a session, playing in a team who has to defend with 10 men, pretty much is really difficult. I think he did really exceptionally well for that. Now we have him here, 3 sessions now this week. Looks good. Yeah. Is a good player, just like that. But I really think it's like if it would be that easy to bring somebody in a center of the park and it would work out perfectly after 3 days. Why we train them with all the others so long? And we could just do it always like that, bring them together and play the weekend. And so yeah, I was really happy. And no, it was not expected. We had him on the bench to bring him on, but obviously later. And in a slightly different situation, but so he did well, and now we can use that. The first marker is set, if you want, and now let's go from there.
Away from the Mo Salah speculation, what do you think FIFA and the footballing authorities need to do?
Well, I said that already.
No, but it's an ever-changing situation, isn't it, in terms of the way that the Saudi ProLeague. Money's always talked and talked very loudly in football, but this is they're playing with a different deck of cards to anybody else, even perceived footballing world powers.
I understand 100%. That's not comfortable. It's not cool for us. That's how it is. But so if we go and want a player from, I don't know, Wigan Athletic, so we go there and they tell us the price and we pay it probably, but it depends a little bit. Not only us, big clubs in the world of football, stuff like this. In Bundesliga like that, if Bayern comes, if Dortmund comes, then Bielefeld, Mainz cannot really react on that. So that's the way it goes. And now, yes, there's a next level, definitely, and it's not great. But I think this is kind of part of the business. I'm not sure if you can change that or if somebody will change that. But what makes it, from a specific moment on, pretty much not possible to deal with anymore is in the moment our transfer window closes and the other transfer window stays open. So, and if they don't stop, then it's like, okay, and how can we react? You have a squad together for the season, what we try to have until next week. And of course, then from that moment on, we play until the 1st of January. And this is our team, our squad. So that's that's what everybody's used to. And now you have that problem. I think that in the past, if I remember it right, with Russia, long ago, thankfully, but that they had a different transfer window and could still come and stuff like this. But that was not with that kind of completely crazy money. And yeah, it's not. It's new. It's challenging for everybody, and we have to learn to deal with it. That's I would say. But the authorities should make clear that if you want to be part of the system, then do your business in the same time like all the others, at least. If we cannot change the rest, then at least let's change that, because I'm pretty sure the FIFA could do that like this. Not sure they want to, but they could.
Thanks, Mike. Any more for the Open? James?
Jürgen, just on Canati, what's he done? What's his issue?
Muscle.
And that centre-back, do you feel as if you've got enough cover there in depth for the season ahead? Or is it still an area you could potentially look at before the window shuts?
It's always nice in this room. It's always like, oh, we could do this, we could do that. Don't you think we can do that? If maybe one day you sit a day in my chair, and you have to deal with all the other stuff as well. So in an idle world, we have 6, 7, 8 centre halves, and are covered for absolutely everything. No, we need to be lucky with injuries. That's no doubt about it. I have no doubt about the quality of the boys we have. We have with Joel Kwanzaa a super talented player as well here. So in this moment, we are covered, but it's not dreamland where you can be prepared for absolutely each situation. We had to learn that in the past as well, a couple of times. Yeah, we will try to do our absolute best to have a squad. So next week, a squad for us where we can react on pretty much everything. Is that possible? We will see.
Thank you, everyone. After breakout next door.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Welcome.